In this video, I'm going to talk about color and luminosity and hue and saturation blending modes. What does the Adobe website say? For color, creates a result color with the luminance of the base color and the hue and saturation of the blend color. This preserves the gray levels in the image and is used for coloring monochrome images or for tinting color images. Luminosity creates a result color with the hue and saturation of the base color and the luminance of the blend color. This mode creates the inverse effect of color mode. Very difficult explained for something that's actually very simple. Let's do it differently. For the color blending mode, the result takes the color of the blend layer. Luminosity is used from the base layer. For luminosity blending mode, the result takes the luminosity of the blend layer. The color is used from the base layer. This is the gallery of the Olympic Park in Athens. We want to give this image a light color tone. We add a solid color layer. When you look closer to the HSB entry fields, and you select H from Hue, and then you scroll over the large slider, you can choose which color. When you select the S from Saturation, you can choose how much color. And when you select B from Bright, you can choose how bright that color should be. We change the blending mode to color. Play a bit with the sliders to get this result. Here's another one. This time we use the portrait of a photographer. We add a solid color adjustment layer and fill it with a common color. And here is the result. You can see again, Photoshop used the color from the blend layer and the luminosity of the base layer. You can toggle the sliders just to make some changes in the results. Let's look into the luminosity blending mode. We duplicated this image. In the two versions, we used an adjustment layer curves and we used the preset strong contrast. In one version, we left the blending mode on normal, while in the other version, we changed the blending mode to luminosity. And as you can see, luminosity does not touch the color. This, while you see in the neutral version, there is a certain saturation of the color. Again, we are in the Cathedral of Rouen. This time we add the black and white layer. We change the blending mode to luminosity. Now we have all those sliders from the black and white layer that we can use to improve our color image. We worked a bit on the stained glass windows. Now let's talk about the hue blending mode. Here's an image in which the stones are covered with moss and so completely green. We add a solid color layer and fill it with blue. We change the blending mode to hue. And from what you can see, only the hue changes, but not the saturation or the brightness. Using the color picker, we can see that the hue stays at 240 everywhere, but also that the saturation and the brightness is that of the base layer. Here a part of a Calatrava bridge. Also here we add a color fill layer and change the blending mode to hue. Nothing changed because the black and white image has no hue. In order for hue to help, there must be a minimum of color in the base layer. Let's talk about the saturation blending mode. Again, we add a solid color adjustment layer. And when we use the blending mode hue, you can see the hue from the image changes in red. Now we change the blending mode to saturation. We see the original base layer, and we can change the saturation. And for completeness, in a black and white image, there is no hue, and therefore there is no saturation.